In the heart of Columbus, Ohio, an unresolved mystery continues to linger, one that has left investigators bewildered and desperate for answers. Today, we delve into the enigma surrounding Brian Schaeffer's disappearance. A dedicated medical student at Ohio State University, Schaeffer vanished into thin air on April 1, 2006. On this fateful night, Schaeffer decided to celebrate with friends at the Ugly Tuna Saloona, a popular local bar. Interestingly, security footage shows Brian entering the bar, but never leaving. This footage, grainy and silent, became the last known sighting of Brian Schaeffer. A fun night with friends at the Ugly Tuna Saloona, a local favorite among Ohio State students, took a chilling turn as Brian was never seen exiting the bar. As the night wore on, his friends began to worry, their concern growing with each passing minute. They scoured the bar, looking in every corner, every shadowy nook, but Brian was nowhere to be found. They checked the restrooms, the back rooms, even the dimly lit corners of the bustling establishment, but their efforts were in vain. It was as if Brian had vanished into thin air. This strange occurrence ignited a mystery that perplexed even the most seasoned investigators. An extensive search of the bar by his worried friends proved futile, igniting a mystery that to this day remains unsolved. As the investigation deepened, numerous theories emerged, from speculation of Brian running away to grieve his mother's recent passing, to darker suspicions of foul play or strategic disappearance. The mystery was so perplexing that even the Federal Bureau of Investigation was pulled into the fray. Yet, despite their involvement, the puzzle remained unsolved. The lack of substantial evidence or leads was particularly baffling. Security footage was meticulously analyzed, witnesses were extensively interviewed, and countless searches were conducted. But all efforts seemed to hit a dead end. Theories swirled, but none could be substantiated. Some suggested that Brian had orchestrated his own disappearance, choosing to start afresh far from the pressures of his life. Others theorized a more sinister scenario, hinting at potential foul play. But without concrete evidence, these remained just that, theories. Despite the involvement of the FBI, a thorough analysis of security footage, extensive interviews, and countless searches, no substantial evidence or leads were found. Over the years, occasional incidents, like a phone ping from a distant location and a hoax note suggesting Brian's escape to the Virgin Islands, only amplified the enigma surrounding his disappearance. These sporadic leads sparked brief flares of hope, but ultimately they only deepened the mystery. The phone ping, for instance, was traced back to a remote cell tower miles away from Columbus. However, an exhaustive search of the area turned up nothing. The hoax note, found years later, hinted at Brian's escape to the Virgin Islands. Despite its implausible nature, this lead was pursued with fervor, but once again, the trail went cold. Further complicating the investigation was the closure of the Ugly Tuna Saloona. This was the last place Brian was seen, the epicenter of a mystery that had baffled investigators for years. With its closure, any lingering physical evidence, any possibility of new leads emerging from the site, was effectively extinguished. The lack of resolution, the dearth of substantial leads, has left a chilling void. Each passing year seems to only further entrench the mystery of Brian Schaeffer's disappearance. Investigators and loved ones alike are left grappling with the haunting question: what happened to Brian that night? The Ugly Tuna Saloona, the last place Brian was seen, eventually shut down, dissolving any physical trails that might have aided in solving this puzzle. As the years progress, the hope of solving this case flickers. The haunting question of what really happened to Brian Schaeffer that night lingers, leaving a chilling void of mystery. With no substantial evidence, no credible leads, and no sign of Brian, the mystery of his disappearance remains as perplexing as ever. This void of resolution continues to fuel speculation and intrigue as we grapple with the enigma of a man who seemingly vanished into thin air. It's a question that's perplexed investigators, haunted friends and family, and captivated true crime enthusiasts the world over. The lack of closure, the absence of a definitive conclusion, only serves to amplify the intrigue surrounding this case. It's a puzzle that remains unsolved, a question that remains unanswered. Did Brian Schaeffer simply vanish into thin air, or is there a mystery yet to be unveiled? What do you think happened to Brian Schaeffer that night?